The new year 2021 is finally here, y'all. Although the year hasn't started off too much better than the way 2020 has ended, there is still a great deal of hope and possibility that's ahead for all of us. Living a life of addiction is such a small world. This world is already so large and it has so much to offer. The year ahead holds unimaginable opportunities, and they're just waiting to open itself up to you so you can come to your highest potential. Now, us as humans, we are not designed to do things that are uncomfortable, scary, hard, or even difficult. Our brains are designed to protect us from those feelings in order to keep us alive, to overcome our addictions, to become the best versions of ourselves that we want to be for our families, our careers, our children, our dreams. We are going to have to do things that are downright difficult, uncertain, and anxiety-inducing. When new in recovery, the early days of getting clean can be full of uncertainty. At the beginning of my journey, everything in life was brand new to me. Just waking up in the morning without reaching for my morning shot of blow was a huge hurdle for me to get over. I could not comprehend how normal people woke up in the morning, drank some coffee, and then went off to work every day. The concept, the idea of a healthy, happy, complete life was so foreign to me. In today's video, we are going to take a look at relapse. We will go over why relapse happens in the first place, situations and circumstances for those struggling with addiction can look out for, and how we can avoid it during our recovery journey. No matter where you are in your addiction journey, we need to avoid anything that will deviate us from our path of achieving our greatness. Even more so if you're an addict that is new in recovery. So stay tuned, you just might learn something. Hi, I'm Shay, a recovered drug addict with 22 years of active drug abuse. As of today, I have 51 months clean and sober, and I did not use the 12-step programs to get there. Whether you're new to my channel or a returning subscriber, welcome and thanks for joining me today as we discuss the pitfalls of relapse. Also, if you learned something new today, please leave a like, share the video with someone who you think might need to hear this message, as well as comment. And don't forget to subscribe as well. I can use all the help that I can get to get through this algorithm, as YouTube doesn't promote videos like mine. My goal is to reach as many suffering addicts as I can, and I need your help to do that. So addiction is already conceptualized as a chronic, relapsing brain disorder. So what is relapse? Relapse is both a noun and a verb. Experiencing a relapse is a deterioration of one's health and progress in life after having a period of improvement. When someone with a substance abuse problem relapse, it means they slip back to their old ways after already committing to quit the drug and alcohol abuse. Now, people who do not suffer with addiction would not understand why someone who has already made a commitment to stop the drinking or the drug abuse would simply just pick up again, especially after they had made some improvement in their lives. Some of those people may feel that all addicts are just morally defective or a stain in our society, or that we're just choosing to be self-indulgent by getting high. All of this is not true, and we will get into why in just a bit. There are a multitude of situations that can lead you to a relapse. Way too many to go over in just one video. But what I want to share with you all is a few examples that I personally went through during my journey. Watching a TV show or a movie. Going to the movies with family or friends, pre-COVID of course. Ready to have a fun night out, going to watch the latest box office hit, and suddenly there's a scene in the movie where they are doing nothing but glorifying my drug of choice, showing off only the good and fun times that there is for getting high. For me, during those moments, I would get a taste in the back of my throat, and then I would get a rush or an urge to run off and go get high. I could literally see myself calling up my dealer, going to pick it up, cooking the dope in the spoon, the entire ritual. A medical situation or surgery. After a car accident, getting a wisdom tooth pulled, and again after having an emergency surgery, I of course was given an opiate prescription for pain after each one of those situations. Naturally, as an addict, I may have been clean, but I wasn't exactly working on myself, and I easily fell back into active drug abuse by abusing my opiate prescriptions. A failure or a mistake in life. Whenever I made a mistake, like doing something stupid at work, having a falling out with a friend, instead of addressing whatever the problem was at hand head on, I would go and hide in my drug use. Those are just a few examples of many, many situations that can arise during your recovery journey that can lead you into relapse. Anything related to stress or stressors are being the primary reason why someone relapses. In fact, research indicates that there is an increased wanting for the drug during stressful situations, especially if the person uses substances as their main coping mechanism. Another factor that may occur to allow you to relapse is the problem of immediate gratification. And that is where we settle for the shorter positive outcomes, and we do not consider the larger long-term adverse consequences that come with a relapse. In other words, when we relapse, we are accepting the shorter positive outcome of getting high to escape whatever negative feeling we are currently experiencing, instead of considering the long-term consequence of what getting high would do for us. For example, you had a really shitty day at work and you stop at the bar on the way home to have a couple drinks to relax. Well, if you are in your recovery journey, you probably have to hide that trip to the bar. So you're gonna drive yourself home and you might get pulled over and get a DUI. You didn't think about the fact that you could get a DUI driving home. You thought about the fact that you had a bad day at work and you just wanted to relieve some stress. People who attribute their relapse to their own personal failures are likely to experience guilt and negative emotions that will in turn lead to increased drinking or increased drug abuse as a further attempt to avoid or escape the negative feelings of guilt or failure. In my Is Addiction a Disease or a Choice video, I go over the science of what happens in a person's brain when they abuse drugs. When active drug use for a long period of time, like in my case, 22 years or 2 decades, the chemical makeup in the brain simply changes. The good news is our brains are always changing. However, it takes time for the brain to heal. One reason why the mantra, the longer we stay clean, the easier that it gets, why it's true. Understanding and allowing ourselves to be patient with ourselves, allowing our brains the time it needs to heal. Every minute we waste worrying about our addictions, worrying or not facing whatever it is that is holding us back in the first place, allowing our self-esteem and emotions to rule our world. We have such a small window in life for an opportunity to self-generate success. One day, we are going to wake up and look back, and that window of opportunity is going to slam shut if we do not address our drug use now. So how do we prevent a relapse? By our mindset. A mindset is our assumptions and attitudes towards the world around us. It's what we tell ourselves every day that we deserve. Our own internal dialogue is related to our self-esteem. So living a life with gratitude and appreciation. Try this. Anytime you have an expectation, change it to an appreciation, and then leave a comment below and tell me what happens and if that helps you at all. And know your own weakness. If you know what your own weaknesses are, then you can start working on them incrementally, as it will be way too hard to tackle it all at once, especially if you were a degenerate like I was. Progress is the name of the game here. While making progress on your own volition and on your own terms, you will set small goals for yourself. And by meeting these small attainable goals that you're setting, you will be amazed about what you can achieve. And keep building on that little by little every day. Your weaknesses will grow into strengths. Be willing to tackle your pain right now. Don't avoid what makes you feel uncertain or uncomfortable. Doing it now will lessen the pain than if you were to push it off to later. Be ready to do some deep introspection and fearless reflection of yourself. Addressing what is holding you back in life head on. Be willing to face the adversity that is in front of you. Not only does that build character, but with each adversity that you face, it will make you stronger and wiser for the next one. It helps build you up in an impenetrable armor to where you are no longer thinking about alcohol or drugs. Those are just a few things that you can do in order to avoid the relapse trap. What about you? What sort of things do you do to avoid relapsing? Let me know by commenting below, as I really enjoy interacting with all of you. Our life is a journey. Every minute of every day is an opportunity for us to maximize our purpose, to have a reason to wake up every day, and that reason not being to go get high. To do the next right thing in order to achieve the success that is within all of us. Each moment that passes is a wasted one if we do not capitalize on the time that we have left. In order to be successful in life, it is not through money or fame. It is by living your life with purpose. Having a purposeful life will provide you with the foundation. And with a purposeful foundation, you can then use your enthusiasm to pave your way to finding your own happiness. And before you know it, you will be living a life that is beyond your wildest dreams. My Twitter and Instagram DMs are open to anyone who may need someone to talk to. Please, if you are having a hard time and you need someone who will listen and not judge you, I am that person. Maybe you're in a financial bind, but you want some recovery literature. Contact me on Twitter or on Instagram, and I will donate whatever resources you may need within reason, of course. And for any family member out there of an addicted person, hang in there. And just know that I will be willing to listen to you as well and help you get through whatever negative emotions you may be feeling or situations you may be going through with your addicted loved one. Words are powerful, but our actions are penetrating. Our actions affect and shape others that are around us. Be the change in the world that you want to see, and I will see you in the next video.